Hello.
Hello.
Here we are with our new book, The Fantastic Floating Mr. Finnegan.
And Mr. Finnegan can float, and that since he was born. So no one can really explain why, not even the floating experts, but Finnegan, he doesn't care. He floats through life happily and without any worry. But the people actually around him were a bit afraid what happens when he might get hurt. So they teach him how to stay on the ground. They learn him to have heavy thoughts, and to make it even more sure that he stays on the ground, they put a backpack on him with a lot of heavy stuff on it.
Years pass and he forgets he ever could float. Then one day the little girl Mathilda appears, and together they were searching to rediscover the ability of floating. Along the way, Mr. Finnegan learned that letting things go is the opposite of holding on.
So the idea of the story came out, I would say, of an everyday discussion we have, as we have a lot of discussion about the small questions, the big questions in life. And at some point we were starting wondering why life feels so light when you are a child, and why or when actually we lost this feeling.
And this made us think back to our own childhoods. We remembered how free we felt without always worrying or being afraid, and think about daily life. And of course, we both remember those fantastic dreams where we could fly or float.
And those dreams actually
I
always
loved them.
felt so real, which you always wanted to happen again.
Yes, of course. And that was exactly that feeling that we wanted to capture, not floating as a superpower, but as a symbol of lightness and freedom, and also, I think, as a symbol of trust in life. We believe that this feeling is still inside all of us, and we just forgotten sometimes how to access it.
Yeah. And on the same time, like, floating is a little bit special, I would say, and this is as well a symbol to be different. Often it is the unknown or something that is not considered as normal, I would say, that actually makes people afraid.
And we have been always been fascinated by this feeling of lightness, and a few years ago I learned to paraglide, and that experience really stayed with me. And floating above the ground really is an incredible feeling, and it changes how you see everything. Yes. Our way of working hasn't really changed with this book.
No.
Actually, in fact, it has become even easier. With every project, we understand each other better.
Yeah.
Of course, yes.
And we know when to give each other space, when to exchange ideas, and how to use our individual strength in the best possible way.
And of course, we don't always agree, and that's completely normal. So when that happens, we talk things through until we find a solution. We're both happy, or sometimes we even try both ideas, and then we discuss which works better.
Yeah, and in the end, I would say it's never who is right and who is wrong.
No.
It's always about what is the best for the story itself. Of course, we do have the opportunity to see the translations, but since English and all the other languages beside German are not our native language, so here we step back and definitely trust the translator. So they know the best the rhythm of and the tone of voice of the language. They know that much better than we do.
But we believe that the illustrations are the universal languages of the book, because a picture can be understood anywhere in the world, and they stay the same in English, in French, and Italian. But at the same time, of course, words matter a lot.
Yeah, so while pictures stay the same, each translation gives the story its own voice and its own meaning. So, and in this case, we really want to thank as well Tammi Reichel for translating this book into English. She really had this nice touch and feeling. Thank you very much for this translation.
Thank you.
Yes, we really like, or we do love Mr. Finnegan.
Yes.
And as he has like a warm-hearted character, I would say. And creating him was a long but a very exciting process.
We start with an idea and then try to bring it to life through many sketches. Like you see some of them in the background.
Yeah, that's just a small part of what actually existing. So from the beginning on, his personality actually was first, I would say. So we had the feeling it should be a kind person, a warm-hearted person, maybe a little bit dreamy. And then after it, the visual details, they slowly developed, like the pink socks or the pink suspenders, or the little mustache he has.
And knowing when a character is finished, I would say here we trust our feelings. So a character feels right when it matches the personality we want to show, and when it feels alive to us. So when it feels like we sit down with Mr. Finnegan and we talk to him.
Talk to him,
yeah, that's it. I think it's the feeling. What I think what interests us most is the mix of lightness and deeper meaning themes in every bookcase which we made. We like stories that touch people in a simple way, from playful moments also to more thoughtful ones. Yes.
And we also actively look for this, I would say, childlike sense of lightness, of being light in our own lives actually. So this actually helps us as well to see things differently, or to see things through child eyes, and to not get stuck in this heavy thinking and all these heavy thoughts.
Yes, like it needs a bit of humor, and
definitely.
Always a wink. It's very important for us in our stories, in all of our stories. Yes.
Yeah, and I would say finally, this balance is not something we plan strictly. I would say it emerges more, naturally throughout the whole process.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you very much for having us.
Yeah, thank you very much, and wish you all the best. And
yes.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.